Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. And I've went back and forth on this video pretty much since the news broke yesterday. And for those of you watching who don't know, living under a rock, one of the greatest basketball players to ever live, probably top 3, top 2, Kobe Bryant was killed yesterday along with his daughter, 13-year-old daughter, 7 other people in a helicopter crash in California, the pilot, members of his daughter's team, coaches, mothers, husbands, daughters. And with that said, this is a reselling channel, and I run a reselling Facebook group with, 111,000 members. And inevitably, the topic of conversation appeared yesterday about reselling Kobe Bryant merchandise in wake of his passing. And so I was asked, obviously, 100 times in comments and messages and emails how I felt about it. Am I going to delete the post? Am I going to stop the post? I was showed screenshots of groups where they're banning the selling of the product for, the next 3 days or 5 days or week. And so I wanted to address that, and I wanted to wait till today to do it because I kind of believe in the 24-hour rule, and it's been more than 24 hours at this point, that there's a lot of facts that have to come out, and I just don't want to do anything until we have as many facts as we can. There's still a ton of facts that will come out in the coming days and weeks, but here's my thought on this, and I really have 3 positions. And so this channel and that group are business related, and the thing that I preach to a lot of people is separating business from personal, right? I don't have a problem disagreeing with anyone on any side of a business level discussion. If you choose to run free shipping on your store and I don't, or promoteds and I don't, or whatever it is, we could have a discussion, business versus personal, right? I'm not going to stop watching Steve Rakin or Dominic or Star and Keith or anybody, or stop being their friend because, we disagree on one part of our business. In fact, I disagree with Star and Keith and Dominic and Steve Rakin and Bonafide Hustler and a ton of other people on a lot of their business, right? We don't run our businesses the same at all. And so that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still hang out. We can still be a part of the same Facebook groups. We can still run the Facebook groups. We can run business in another section that we do together that we do agree on. And we can still watch their YouTube channels, and we can still interact with each other without losing it. So I had to block a lot of people yesterday because, not that I disagree or agree with their position, but because they didn't know how to handle themselves and behave in a Facebook group. So a lot of people are going to complain about that, and that's okay. If you can't act like an adult in a Facebook group, whether we agree or disagree, then you don't have to be there, and you don't need to be there, and we don't want you there. My position on selling the merchandise. So that's number 1. Number 2, my position, my opinion. So people are going to do this regardless. If I don't like it, or you don't like it, or I like it or like it and you like it, whatever, none of us can stop it. It's happened with Michael Jackson. It happened with Prince. It happens with every celebrity that passes away with an untimely death, be it through a sickness. Steve Jobs, great example. We knew Steve Jobs was dying. He was in his final weeks, and people started buying and selling Apple stuff like bonkers. Steve Jobs autographed books, old school iPods, they went nuts too. So this happens all the time. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. And so the number 1 rule of business is worry about your business. If it doesn't affect you and it doesn't stop you and it's not illegal or it's not hurting your business in any way, you're welcome to have an opinion, like I just said, and you're willing to discuss it maturely in an adult way, business versus personal, fine. But don't invest all of your time into what somebody else is doing. If somebody else chooses to sell a Kobe Bryant jersey today for $1,000 and you don't like it and you think it's disrespectful, that's awesome. You can have your opinion, and that's fine, but there's no need to spend any more time on it in the group. And all that I ask people to do, at least in my group and through social media and anywhere that you are, is whether you agree with it or not, if you don't like something that's said, and this is probably the biggest problem in today's world in social media, is please just scroll past it. Just go past. You don't have to tell anyone, because we all know on Facebook groups and social media, when you disagree with somebody, most people can't handle it and they act very immaturely. So just keep going. Save yourself the time, the hassle, and the stress, because trust me, tomorrow you're not even going to remember the argument you had with somebody, let alone who you had it with on the internet, right? Just keep going. And so That's kind of the second part. Like, don't let somebody else's choices dictate your life or your business. Just go past it. Just let it fly off your shelf. You know what? It doesn't hurt you, and it isn't something that's going to stop you from running your business. Now, my third part of this is my actual opinion. Do I agree with the selling or don't I? So I think what a lot of people have to understand is when we are fans or supporters of a celebrity, there's no way for us to interact with them. We can't call them up and say, hey man, you did a great job. I love what you're doing. We're not their friend. We're not their family. We're not acquaintances. We're not business partners. The only way that us as fans have to show our support for a sports star especially is to wear their jersey or wear their shoes or hang their poster up in our room or, have a party themed after them or whatever you want to call it. And that's just the way the world works. I'm not a big celebrity person. I never have been. I don't get starstruck. I don't care about celebrities all that much. I follow the news and I watch it simply because it's intriguing to me in a way, but I just don't care about them to the level of, I need to run out and buy every, LeBron James jersey and shoe that I can. I want to rock LeBron shoes. I don't care about that, I guess. But that's the way that people support their heroes and their celebrities, right? And so if somebody wants to buy a Kobe Bryant jersey because they love him and they're devastated and they're willing to spend a little more money than what it would have been yesterday, or even a significant amount of more money, let them. That's their money, and they're welcome to show their love and support in any way that they choose. And I don't believe, in fact, I think it's an awesome way for somebody to show support is to run out and buy something of their favorite, celebrity who passed away. And it's tragic and it's terrible. And, we can't show support for the other 7 or 8 people because they don't have jerseys hanging in stores and they don't have posters made of them. They're just everyday people, unlike Kobe, who we have a way to show that support for. If you want to show support for those people, Kobe had a charity. He has a charity, the Vanessa and Kobe Bryant charity, that you can donate to. There are ways to help the situation and show that you support all of these people. It just so happens that he's a superstar that has merchandise available. And if people want to buy and sell and trade that merchandise as a way to show support, then I don't see how that's disrespectful. In fact, I think that's exactly the opposite. I think that it's very respectful for them to show like, hey, I watched you, Kobe. I grew up with you. Look, I grew up with Kobe Bryant as a superstar. Kobe came into the league when I was 12 years old. So, I'm about to be a teenager, and Kobe Bryant is 18 years old. He's only 6-7 years older than me. And so he's going into basketball and I'm going into, middle school / high school. And we're watching Kobe Bryant, we're watching Kobe play. We're watching him become a superstar through the league in my teenage years. So yeah, I grew up with Kobe, and I think he's an awesome, obviously top 3 basketball players ever, behind maybe MJ and LeBron, maybe right there with them. And everyone is also mentioning his past, which I'm not going to bring up. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has a past. It is what it is. The guy was a great human being and no one deserves to lose their life. So my opinion on this is I'm not going to shut down threads that people want to post about buying and selling. If you want to keep it to business related talk, if you can act like a mature adult and have a conversation and discussion, please do, even if you disagree. I don't think it's disrespectful to show support for somebody by buying their merchandise. And as far as the people selling the merchandise, a lot of people already had that merchandise up. Are they supposed to go to eBay and take it down because they already had it listed and now it's selling for a lot? Or maybe they had it in a death pile and they weren't thinking anything of it until it happened. So yeah, as far as a business level decision goes, my job on this channel and on that Facebook group is to give you the best business advice I can give you. And the best business advice I can give you right now is if you have a piece of Kobe Bryant merchandise, is to sell it, because you're going to get more money than anything else. Is it greed? No, we're not here to, profit off of somebody's passing. However, if the market determines that selling a piece of his merchandise is going to net me more money in a business level sense, decision-making process, that is what you should do. If your personal ethics interrupt with that, then feel free to take your Kobe stuff, put it on a shelf, and if you feel like you need to wait a week or a month or 2 months or 6 months, I'll still support your decision. still come back to me and ask questions down the road. You can still, join my group. You can still be in the group. You can still be a part of everything that we do. Don't lose that opportunity because you get heated in the heat of the moment inside of the Facebook group comments. Don't let that happen, guys. I don't have a problem. I don't own any Kobe Bryant merchandise. In fact, about a year ago, it was probably this time a year ago, I sold, you guys saw it, I got a Kobe Bryant Olympic jersey, and I think I paid, somebody can fast forward back to that video, I think I paid like $5 for it, maybe $10, I can't remember. And I sold it for $150. If I had that jersey right now, it'd probably be worth like $1,000, not even kidding. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. It is what it is. I sold it. I made my profit. I moved on. I don't own any of his stuff right now. And if I did, I'd put it up for sale, and I'd probably, take the extra profit that I made and I'd help myself, but I'd probably make a donation into his charity with the money, from it. And in fact, I'll probably end up just making a donation tonight anyways, because I'm sure this video will make a few dollars. But with that said, don't let personal interrupt your business. Don't let your feelings get involved in your money making ability. It's just a piece of merchandise, right? It's just widget. It is what it is. But if your ethics and your morality and your personal feelings stop you from listing and selling a piece of merchandise based on someone's passing, then that's your business and you're free to run it however you choose. And I'm not going to judge you for that. And that's your choice. If you make $100 less because you decide to wait, it doesn't affect my bills and it doesn't affect my business, and that's your choice and your decision, and I respect that, right? Some of you won't sell Donald Trump ties because you just absolutely hate the guy, and that's fine. I'm going to sell mine and I'm going to make the money, and it doesn't matter whether I support him or not. Just side note, I hate all politicians, just FYI. And so the same thing, whatever you choose to do with your business is your choice. And so I support you guys in that. And I will not remove the listings in my group as not for sale, but the discussions, as long as it stays civil. If it gets out of hand, I'll turn the notifications off, the comments off, or I'll delete it. So I just thought I should address this. I hope you guys have some understanding and respect for where I'm coming from. Remember, I also have to try to moderate 111,000 people plus whoever's on this channel, plus Instagram. It's a lot, guys. So I did see all of your messages and your comments and your emails. I appreciate it. Thank you for always sending them to me. I really do value your input. And I look forward to the input in the comments here. Please, again, same rules here in the comment section. Keep it mature, responsible, be an adult. Don't be crazy. And we're good. So have a wonderful night, guys. As a closing line, best wishes, prayers, thoughts, everything to not just Kobe's family, the rest of the families that were involved. There were a mother and a daughter, and there was a husband and a wife and a daughter and a pilot, and then Kobe and his daughter. And so there were a lot of families involved, a lot of people that are going to be having to bury their children and loved ones this week and weekend. So terrible, tragic news. Kobe was a great superstar, a role model, and one of the best basketball players ever. So I grew up with him, and it sucks. It sucks that people have to die early, anyone, no matter how you feel about him. And I can't wait to see kind of how this plays out and what happens going forward. But hopefully everyone honors him, and hopefully everyone has some great memories. And I'm sure that his family and his wife will do great things with the foundation and the basketball league and everything going forward. So that's where I am with it. I'll talk to you guys later.